Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Treehouse, where we drink beers and solve nothing.
I'm stupid, you're smart. I was wrong, you were right. You're the best, I'm the worst. You're very good looking, I'm not attractive. I've got a plan.
So today's brewing is going to come from Cosmic Eye Brewing over in Lincoln, Nebraska. I've actually been to Cosmic Eye before. Fantastic establishment. Brewers are really cool. The whole team was really great. I'm going to open this up and we're going to go through some information that we have on Cosmic Eye. So the readout is Cosmic Eye is a family-owned brewery and taproom located at 6800 P Street in Lincoln, the old Laser Quest and East Park Plaza, in case you've been there. I've never been there. We're excited to share our vision with our neighbors in Lincoln and beyond. We brew a 3-vessel, 15-barrel system with our friends at American Beer Equipment and soon to be packaging in cans as well as large format bottles for special releases. I actually have cans here. They've been shipping cans to my area of the world for a while. Check them out here. They're on Instagram. They're a really great follow, actually. They have virtual happy hours. They have some really great takes. They have some chugs. They have pickups. It's a lot of fun. Breweries nowadays are trying to get more creative on their marketing, and these guys have been doing it for a while. So there's their Instagram. I believe they're on Facebook as well. I don't think they're on Twitter. So there you go. Today, we're going to start off by drinking Unlock the Time Dragon. And I'm going to pour a glass of this because the second one's a stout, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a crazy day. So let's get started. Shout out to the Casual Pint in Countryside Village, and of course Nebraska Beer Dumpster Fire Group, an old group that I don't think is around anymore. And if they are, give me a shout out. I haven't seen you guys. So cheers. Color's good. That smells good. Unlock the Time Dragon is billed as a simple grain bill with clean fermentation, allows the hops in the beer to shine through. Lots of hop flavor with a restrained bitterness. Orange, grapefruit, and pine is what we have on here. As we look in here, I have never checked this one in. You can see right here, Cosmic Eye Brewing, 6.1% ABV, 72 IBU. I do have a bunch of people on here that have checked it in. I don't know if my friends have had this before. I'm willing to bet they have. A few people on here have had it, so that's great to know. So let's check this bad boy in. We'll take a sip. Cheers. Oh, you can definitely taste the restrained bitterness. That is a really, really well done beer. The hops do shine through, the beer comes through. The bitterness is just there on the backbone. We went through my scales before. I definitely think this is a 3.5, 3.75, somewhere in there. I'm definitely gonna find this on tap. If it's on tap, I try to grab anything from these guys if it's in cans. I don't know if they do taps outside the tap house. But if it's around, I usually get it. I have friends that drink this beer, and it's always in the fridge somewhere, so I highly recommend grabbing it, having it around. It's definitely 3.5, 3.75 territory, so check it out, enjoy, and cheers. All right, we've had our first beer, so that means we're gonna do a little bit of sneaking around the internet and see what else is out there. Right now, there's a lot of things going on. I do want to give a shout out to what I'm watching right now, and I found Nebraska Beer 30. Somebody's doing basically a way better version of what I currently do, which is totally fine. I started listening to their podcast, or rather watching it. They're here on YouTube. Actually, I'm going to link you guys to their Twitter page as well as their Instagram, and then they led me into the 3 Beers Later podcast, which has its own podcast network. These guys are all based out of Lincoln, Nebraska. They've got some really great, really good episodes. I highly recommend checking it out. They're doing some really funny stuff. And if you guys are out there, give me a shout out. I'm happy to do this remotely, drink beer, talk, and solve absolutely nothing remotely. Those are my 2 favorite guys I'm watching right now. Not even guys, there's a whole team of people behind all of them. So I've enjoyed drinking, I've enjoyed having fun, and I've really enjoyed watching these kind of people and learn about what else is in the market. I do see a lot of these old beer blogs that pop up, that popped up in 2010, 2013, they disappear. So it's great to see someone doing something similar to this, sitting down, kind of drinking a beer, talking to a camera, bringing you guys into the day, and seeing what else is out there. So cheers to them, and cheers to all of you. Some good news happens in the world. I always like to see what else is going on right now. Some stuff that's happening. I did catch on to looking over the craft beer world. What you see right here is from Hops to Hope, Ales for ALS, Fight Fatal Disease. I tracked this down, again, came from craftbeer.com. A great article, a great read. Someone suffering from ALS, they want to work with the beer industry and the beer world to bring awareness to this. Make sure you have no dust in the room because something might get in your eye, a little dusty. It gets a little dusty towards the end. It's a fantastic read. I highly recommend checking it out. I'll link to this in the show notes. It's just, you feel good right now. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of bad things, a lot of good things. So whatever you can take away from it that is interesting or something that makes you remember that there are good people in the world, take it while you can. So cheers for ales for ALS. Check things out. I'll put them in the link and have another drink. I'm going to be doing 14 of these episodes just for local Omaha breweries that are out there. And I'm going to try to go to each and every one of you guys. I'm going to try to sit down and get a growler. I'm going to walk in there and try to grab an order. And then come back here and make an episode and have some footage of taking that growler and taking that order and drinking back here. But you don't live here, more than likely. So go out and grab something good. See what's in your neighborhood. The world's a big place. You never know what else is out there. And your neighborhood may have a brewery you've never been to. All right, I always try to start my day off a little bit with finding not just what's bad in the world and what's going on. You can go to the Drudge Report, you can go to CNN, you can go to Fox News, you can go to MSNBC and find out everything wrong on their front page. But I was amazed that lots of them have good news sections. There's lots of really cool stories in here that make you smile a little bit more and make you realize that, not everything's horrible and not everything's... And I really wish this was on the front page a lot more. That's all I have for that. I was surprised even Fox News has a good news section. On a side note to that, I want to thank everyone who got out to vote yesterday. Everyone that got out either mailed it in or did their work. Really great primary season. Lots of news coming on that. I'm not going to dive into that. There's way more smarter people than me to cover it. My goal was to get you out to vote. A lot of you did it. We had record turnout in Nebraska. Here's something I'll tell you guys. These episodes take about 30 to 40 minutes to film. Before every episode, I slam at least one cheap beer. So that means I chug a Miller Lite. That goes on my TikTok page with some other stuff that's really not that important. And then I drink 2 beers throughout the thing. Now, 2 beers in about 30 minutes, that's pretty rough, which makes editing a lot more interesting. So when you see some After Effects and everything that goes in here, just remember that everything that goes in that's not me filming right now while I'm drinking, staring at that computer screen, is 100% After Effects done while I am pretty much not sober. So enjoy, and moving on to beer number 2. Beer number 2 is Your Friend Death. What a great name for the times we are in. Looking over the notes here, this one is as dark as a beer can get, 100% malt, no additional sugars or flavorings, deep and lasting flavor of coffee, chocolate, and roasted malts. I'm going to say right now, I'm not going to finish this on camera. I'm probably going to sip this for the rest of the show because this seems like something I'm really going to want to enjoy slowly and over time. But you never know. Things can go crazy, as these shows always do. So let's pour a glass of this. Visual Pine, of course, is where I bottle these beers. They are a bottle shop in Omaha, Nebraska. If you have not been to it, I recommend going. I know it sponsors the show. It's just one of my favorite places to go drink beer and talk to random people. Kind of. My friends would probably tell you the least favorite thing about every place I go to is the customers. But I think we can all relate to that. So, Your Friend Death. Great smell. Oh, yeah. Oh, guys. Nice work. Nice work. That malt comes through. You get a little bit of the chocolate, just a little bit, and then Java, and then like a good coffee finish, like a warm taste to it. This is good. All right, so back to our regular scheduled program. The second half of this, of course, is where the beer hits your head and you start thinking you're really smart, so you start talking about important things. I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit on that. You can only crap on the White House and Congress and elections and the government so much before, maybe we should take a step back and think about everything we're kind of going through right now. So have a drink, and on the other side of the drink, we're going to come back. So I don't know if you guys know this, but we're kind of living in a dumpster fire of a world right now. We got people that are unemployed. We got people dying left and right. We've got countries denying that any of this is happening. We got countries saying that everything in the world's happening. We got people that are closing down markets. We've got stock markets crashing. We got all kinds of bad things happening, a little bit of good things. But it's important to keep track of some stuff. Back in the early pandemic halcyon days of the world where I'm going to bake some bread or I'm going to learn a new language, or all of these things have definitely turned into I now have a drinking podcast. I drink a case of beer a day. I didn't mow my lawn. I'm a hoarder. I don't have anything great in my house. I definitely didn't learn a new language. And I hate Becky and Kyle for doing it. So, before we go down that path, let's all take a breath. Some of us are on day 2 months. 2 months? Some of us are on day 2 months of just making it get by, and that's okay. Let me be the first to tell you, it's okay to not be okay. Look, it's really easy to go look at Karen or Becky and Kyle and be like, oh, look at those guys. They got like great shape and have six packs and like work out every day. And like, I hate them and I hate their life and I hate them. All of that revolves around the most important issue why we're all stuck at home for 2 months. Mental health. Your mental health is the most important thing you can take care of. And it's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. I say it a lot. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to wake up and sometimes just be like, what am I doing with my life? And that's okay. I do it. Look, guys, some days I wake up and I'm great. I am happy. Today I woke up, I got a full night's rest. The day before wasn't bad. Frank and I had a great time. I worked out, I ate some good food, and I felt good. There are days that I do all of that. I wake up the next day, and all I want to do is eat a whole Chipotle burrito and slam a large Blizzard and just sit on my couch and watch nothing but Netflix. The world's a crazy place. It's a big world. You never know what's going to happen. Be open. Be vulnerable. Be okay with how bad your day is going. Some days I wake up and I honestly cry. I cry because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I get really sad about random stuff. There's some stuff going on in my personal life I haven't shared with all of you guys yet, but there's some things going on that like sometimes I just get sad about. And it's okay to be sad. And to sit here and be like, it's not manly to be sad. What the fuck's wrong with you? It's human to be sad. It's human to be depressed. It's human to be happy. So go find out how to get through the sadness so that you can enjoy the happiness. And I can tell you right now that the hardest thing for me learning was years and years and years of going through relationships, going through people that were like, oh, all you need to do is go out and work out. All you need to do is get some fresh air. All you need to do is get outside. I need to do something to make me feel better. And I have that tool in my toolbox. Not everyone does. And I recognize it. Finding that tool is a skill. And I'm not here to tell you I have all the answers. I'm not here to tell you you have all the answers. God knows none of us do. But I'm here to tell you this. Lots of people struggle with it. Reach out to them. I'm here. Go down the chat. Find me. DM me. I'm on Twitter as The Tree. I'm on Instagram as The Tree 1918. Point being, you can find me. And if you want to talk about how bad your day is, feel free to send me a DM. I'm there. I'm sorry that it's happened to you. It's really shitty. And if no one in your life's willing to tell you that, find new people. But I'll tell you this. It's okay to not be okay. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. With that being said, and me sipping on my final beer before I get to editing this, I want to say I love all you guys. I love everyone who watches this. I love everyone who knows me. I deep down inside know that we've been through a lot. My friends, my family, the people that know me, and it's a challenge. And I know that I'm never a perfect person, and I try to do better every day, and we should all recognize that all of us are doing our best, especially in today's world. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for viewing The Treehouse. Remember, never violate rule number 1 in life, and that the best beer you have is the beer you have in your hand. Cheers, and thank you very much.
I've got a plan.